Hello.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ansha?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, for course banado.
Yes,
Ma'am, we will wait for the Pooja ma'am to join and then we will start the session.
Absolutely, no problem at all.
Thank you, ma'am. Ansha, Pooja ma'am is there.
yes, ma'am. So can we begin?
Yes, we can begin.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Hasina ji. Good morning, Ani.
Good morning, Dr. Pooja.
Good morning. How are you?
All very nice and always a pleasure to be back with HR.
Yes.
You just have to call me and I'm there.
Over to Ansha.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. An entrepreneur will always search for opportunities, respond to it, and exploit its own opportunity.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Neha.
And I, Ansha, are here to welcome you back to this Induction Lecture Series. Welcome to this remarkable series of knowledgeable lectures featuring our honorable guest, who will undoubtedly enrich your wisdom. This unique platform offers you the chance to gain expert insights and to be exposed to a multitude of constitutions.
I would now like to welcome our ever-inspiring, our unending source of determination and motivation, our backbone, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani.
Thank you, Neha. First of all, a warm good morning to all of you, especially to Ansha and Neha, because from day one, these two little girls have been handing or controlling the entire induction series and also have been handling admission in college, have been in college throughout the day. So hats off to these two girls. Dr. Rani, the vice principal, have been the behind the series, making sure that each and every day got a very super astral expert, Professor Vicky, and my dear first year brand ambassadors of undergraduate students. I have to tell you that today is going to be a very special session by none other than HR alumni, Dr. Hasina. From Jai Hind College, a very well-known professor in entrepreneurship. She has been a key role player in getting so many funds for entrepreneurs and have been mentoring entrepreneurs, which are young minds, to get on those ideas. So students, at the end, if she shares a contact, please save it. And if you have any to set up an entrepreneurial with HR, she has a special play because she is an ex-alumni of HR college. She's
Pooja ma'am, you are
welcoming Dr.
I think she's traveling. That's why the voice is breaking.
Yeah, okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I am traveling, so I lost the click. So, dear brand ambassadors, I said Dr. Hasina has a special bond with us. She is an alumni of HR college and a stalwart in the field of entrepreneurship. If you want to set up something in the near future, And if Hasina ma'am shares her contact, please save it. Why? Because she's the one who's been working with multiple entrepreneurs, not just from Jai Hind, but from many other institutions. And I feel proud that I have a long association with her. We met while doing paper assessment, got a great bond, and today also, whenever we call her, she has always been there. So welcoming Dr. Hasina, I will not come between you and the great entrepreneurial mind. Please save her number and connect with her, because I know if you need funds, if you need guidance, if you need path for setting up your business, Hasina ma'am is just the right person. And we have also requested her to be a part of our e-cell and guide our students. And she has always said yes. So welcoming Dr. Hasina, my friend, my dear sister, to HR College Online, and a warm, warm welcome to all my dear brand ambassadors. Do not forget to take her number. That's my request, because she is the right person when she will be able to help you. So over to Ansha back, and welcoming Hasina ji again to HR College from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I would also like to invite our college vice principals, Dr. Rani Tyagi, Dr. Naveen Punjabi, and Dr. Jasveer Sori, and all the other faculty members present here. We are so elated to have you all here with us today.
It is my pleasure to now introduce Mr. Vicky Karnani, an assistant professor at HR College, renowned for his expertise in the financial market and the investment strategies. With over 8 years of experience as an index trader, combined with 4 years of specialization in tax and audit domain, he has also achieved the prestigious designation of being a SEBI registered investment advisor. So without further ado, I would kindly request Mr. Vicky Karnani to please come forward and introduce the guest speaker for our day, Dr. Hasina Syed. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ansha. So it's my honor to introduce an esteemed speaker, Dr. Hasina Syed ma'am, for today's induction program. She holds a prestigious title of Associate Member of Maharashtra Economic Development Council, a distinguished economic think tank of business, industry, and government of Maharashtra. Now let me highlight her exceptional achievements. Dr. Syed ma'am, certified entrepreneurship educator, boosting the certifications from Stanford University, IIM Bangalore, and Pradhan Mantri Yuva Yojana. Sayedji has accomplished as a certified entrepreneur mentor with a recognition from London Business School, Goldman Sachs, and with an illustrious career, she served as Associate Professor of Commerce at Jai Hind College for impressive 33 years. Now I request Dr. Syed ma'am to take over and share her valuable sites with our students.
Thank you. And once again, it's a great pleasure to be back to my alma mater, HR College. And of course, my dear friend, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, and all you faculty that I'm so closely associated with, something or the other. Dr. Vicky, I got to know you today, but hopefully we will meet in the future too.
Sure.
And entrepreneurship is is not only the need of the hour today, but it's a great passion with me. Because I feel that whatever I am today, wherever I have reached, in a humble way, in a very hardworking way also, it's because of my entrepreneurial mindset. And I feel that this mindset should be inculcated in every single person, whether they are the youth of today or whether they are the stall bearers, or whether they are the senior citizens, or whether they are professors, or in any walk of life, because it's not only about having an entrepreneurial mindset, but an entrepreneurial mindset too. So before I really begin, I would really like, I'm very happy to see the large numbers of students who are here, 259 as is what it's showing here. And please be with me for the next 45 minutes, because I assure you that you will learn a lot about what you have never probably heard earlier, on the relevance of why you should know something about entrepreneurship, and why you should build an entrepreneurial mindset today, and what exactly is entrepreneurship. So before that, I have a very fluctuating Wi-Fi. So if I get disconnected, I will come back in just less than a minute. So please bear with me because the Wi-Fi automatically connects in less than a minute. And I really hope that for the next 45 minutes, at least the Wi-Fi doesn't lose track so that I can keep that continuity. I would really like a lot of participation happening. And if you can just put on, instead of typing and sending a chat, I would really like if you can just put on your videos and, open your mind. I would love to hear you and love to connect with you. I know the problems that HR has in getting you all offline because of the campus being restructured and renovated. But therefore, a very good initiative to have such a large number online. And therefore, I would really like as much participation as possible. So thank you for that very warm introduction. And yes, I am always very, very happy to be with the youth of today, and especially when the youth is connected to HR in any way, my alma mater, who has given me so much today. And if I stand confidently before you, it's a lot because of the opportunities I got at HR when I was there in the 70s. So let's get started. I want to ask the audience here today, what according to you is entrepreneurship? Who according to you is an entrepreneur? What according to you is entrepreneurship? Anybody, please, put on your mics, and you might not switch on your videos. That's fine. I perfectly understand, but just put on your mics and answer. If you don't have a working mic, then only put on a chat, but it's difficult for me to read chat all the time. So anybody, what according to you is entrepreneurship?
Ansha, I hope the students are able to unmute themselves.
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
They can raise their hand.
Yeah, please raise your hand and we will unmute you.
Yeah, come on, anybody. I'm sure you all have heard about what is entrepreneurship. So yeah, somebody has raised their hand. Yes, Yash.
So, ma'am, as per me, entrepreneurship is like an entrepreneur is a person who likes who explores new opportunities for business. Like he does not go by traditional methods. He explores new opportunities, and he basically works on the SWOT analysis: strength, weak, opportunity, and threat analysis.
Okay. So let me tell you all one thing, that no answer will be a wrong answer. Every answer, anytime when you are associated with me, is always a right answer. So Yash, you were very right in saying that. A lot of people have raised their hand. Can you just come one by one?
Ma'am, according to me, entrepreneurship is a systematic activity for, I guess, and risk management.
Okay, systematic activity for risk management. Yes, that's another perception. Yes, who else? Rakshita? To develop, organize, or run a business enterprise. Okay. She says to develop, to run a business enterprise. Okay. Okay. What else do you think is entrepreneurship? Come on. So many have raised their hands. I can't see chat. As I said, please put on the mic and speak. Any other version besides what three of them said? Yes, come. Please answer. Please
Ma'am,
answer.
finding a problem in the society and solving it by non-traditional methods and
Okay, two of y'all spoke about non-traditional methods. So can you all tell me what are the traditional methods and what are the non-traditional methods? Entrepreneur is a person who brings innovation. Yes, very true, Meenakshi.
Traditional means like, ma'am, if you do you mind if I speak in Hindi?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Means like traditional method means ki physical shop, or like they prefer in physical shops, like
Okay.
and non-traditional means like online business, e-commerce, and all these things.
A business is a business, whether it's offline or online, or a physical shop or a brick or mortar place or online. A business is a business. There is nothing as traditional way of running a business and a modern way of running. Modern way of running a business is not online. You use online as a tool to expand and grow your business, but it's not a way of running a business. Unless you have just an app and you're doing something on an app, but that is a service sector, right? So, however, you're not wrong. Any other, Yash also earlier said traditional and non-traditional. Can you explain me exactly what do you mean by traditional and non-traditional? Anybody else? Okay.
Ma'am, I would like to add something.
Okay.
A businessman or an entrepreneur is somebody who is the ambassador of the society. He not only runs the business, but he influences or guides the society in a direction because of how huge or how powerful he is. And I really don't think that he has to be different and all that. Like if you see, for example, Mr. Ratan Tata ji, he started the business in a very traditional way, but he still has a lot of influence and people really look up to him. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I to a certain extent agree with you. Now look at the conditions that were there before Ratan Tata, and look at the conditions we have today. Ratan Tata, Dhirubhai Ambani, Aditya Birla, when his ancestors, when they started this business, there was nothing like smartphones. There was nothing like AI, artificial intelligence. There was nothing like machine learning. And today we have a bombshell chat GPT. You know how scaring chat GPT if it's not used correctly? If it's used correctly, it's the best thing. If not used correctly, it can throw you guys all out of your future. You have no future for you. Because if anybody uses chat GPT, they get an answers, they get their projects in front of them, they get an answers to everything. They don't need you to do any project work for them. They don't need you to do any admin work for them. Then what is your future? Why do we have educational institutions when they're churning out courses, when they're churning out programs? Why do we have a new education policy which says build skills of the students? So you see, in this scenario, we have nothing as this is a way of doing business and this is a way of doing business. We just have one thing that is common and standard is be innovative, be creative, be different. So when I say entrepreneurship is just a state of mind. It's a state of mind, it's a mindset. It's a mindset of innovation. It's a mindset of creativity. It's a mindset of problem solving. It's a mindset of seeking opportunities in your environment and exploiting these opportunities. It's an attitude. It's an attitude which embraces change and learns to adapt to change. It's an attitude that seeks change and says that change is the only thing that is constant and that can get me ahead. It's an attitude that says, I'm not happy with the world that I'm living in. And I need to bring about that changes. I need to have some problem-solving approach. And I want to be happy. And I want to make that change in the world. And that mindset is a mindset of an entrepreneur. Simply a mindset of innovation and creativity. So if we need to have us ruling chat GPT, and AI and all this kind of IoT and machine learning and AR or augmented reality and virtual reality, if we want to use them correctly, we have to capture all this with our differentiating ability. Entrepreneurship goes far beyond just starting a business. You know, if you thought that entrepreneurship was just about business, I wouldn't have 300 students before me, because not 300 of you all want to start a business. But 300 of you all want to definitely make a mark in the society. You want to definitely be the chosen one in an institute to study your management, or to go abroad, or to get that coveted job that you want, or that coveted place in the institute that you want. You definitely want to be a leader of a different sort, who can lead, who can walk the talk. And this can happen only if you have an innovative mindset, a different mindset, thinking differently. And entrepreneurship is that skill that develops your innovative and creative thinking, even in ordinary things, what you do, even in the very ordinary things. So problem solving, making your life a little easier, helping you to solve complex problems in a very innovative and easy way, and making your life much more easier every day so that you can cope with the complexities, you can cope with the competition, you can cope with the undue pressure of all the other things you have. is what entrepreneurship teaches you, is that skill that it imbibes in you, is that attitude that it builds in you. And this is what entrepreneurship is about. So no doubt, the essence of entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship also teaches you to start a business. Yes, the core essence is starting a business, but today it is far more expansive, very, very expansive, and far more comprehensive than just about starting a business. They say that if you start a business, you can do anything. If you're doing business, you can do anything. But business done correctly, business done to make an impact on your life and others' lives, business done for problem solving, business done just purely to make your life easier, purely a problem solving approach, purely seeking opportunities, noticing opportunities, understanding opportunities, and how do you exploit this opportunity? You understand this opportunity, correct? Okay, you understand that HR is a platform that gives you a lot of opportunities. To make you into a leader, to get you somewhere. But do you know how to use this opportunity? Do you know how to exploit this opportunity? Entrepreneurship teaches you that, because you can exploit that opportunity which is with you, which is given to you only if you use a creative way. Otherwise, everybody's trying that same way and you are left in that clutter. You are absolutely left in a clutter where you're not noticed. But if you do some innovative and creative thinking, you are absolutely noticed, and you are the spotlight is on you, and you are selected as the one that is going to exploit the environment. Look at companies today. They want people who can adapt to their company and who can bring about the change, who can do extraordinary things with their ordinary jobs. They want people who can, they want employees who can adapt, who can learn, who can unlearn, and who can relearn. And that skill of adapting, learning, unlearning, relearning is what entrepreneurship teaches you. So you can, with that innovative ability, get that coveted job, of a manager, of a higher executive in a multinational company, in a company which is your aspirational company, in a role which is your aspirational role. You want to get up there. You have to have an innovative and creative mindset. Today, companies want entrepreneurs. They want entrepreneurs. They don't want ordinary people. They want entrepreneurs. And the last thing they look at is your grades. The last thing, there was few companies that took a policy that all those students who have graduated in 2021 will not be considered graduates. There are 2 top companies that come in the top 5. I don't want to name them because at that time I was still heading the placement cell of Jain College. I've retired last year and I started the entrepreneurship cell. I started the placement cell in Jain College, and I was doing it for past 15 years till I left, 16 years. And everybody, a lot of people, and because of my entrepreneurship network and being trained internationally, I have contact with a lot of faculty from all over the country. And most of them told me that, how come you're managing placement and entrepreneurship together? Because both are totally different. One tells you, take up the job, and one tells you, don't do a job, start your own. And I said, both are so complementary. Both are so very complementary. Everybody who did entrepreneurship was their CV was picked up by the placement companies immediately. Immediately, because that is that extra innovative skill that they have already built, that mindset they have already built. And then they were questioned more on entrepreneurship. And honestly, all those who were, selected were selected because of their innovative thinking. So coming back to 2021, 2 top companies took a policy that those who have graduated in 2021 will not be considered as graduates from our end. You know why? Anybody can tell me why? Anybody can tell me why?
Corona batch.
Sorry?
Corona batch.
Yeah, but why would they not be, classes were on, na? Why would they not be considered as graduates? You all had classes, you all were not, thankfully, you all were not in that period. You all are really lucky. But can anybody tell me why do you think they had this policy? Grades? What about grades?
General,
Online? What
general
about,
promotion.
don't give me one word. Tell me exactly.
They
Tell
are
me
not
exactly.
sure if the grades really portray the knowledge that we have grasped.
Yes, they were not sure, and they knew exactly how these grades were got. They knew exactly that these people did not get opportunity for project work. They did not get opportunity to go outside and understand. They did not get opportunity for internships. They did not get opportunities for any add-on courses like entrepreneurship, etc., etc. They did not get any opportunity to build and develop their skills. So are they going to test on grades? No way, no way, not at all. So they said, we are going to test them on their skill sets. We are not testing them on the grades. We don't want to see their grades. So they really did not see their grades. They just had some parameters and said, are these the skills you've developed? And therefore, whoever had that entrepreneurial mindset of thinking out of the box, they gave them problems. They gave them situations and said, think of a possible solution. And how are you going to tackle this situation? How are you going to get out of this situation? And these people had the win-win situation with them. They were the ones to, get the job. And they really did not even touch on the grades. And then the same thing continued 21, 22. And now they've got back, because now educational institutions can really focus on skills, developing skills. And one of the things that National Education Policy, the NEP, has emphasized is the focus on two very important things, that is the cogs of the wheels of the economy. And that is, first comes entrepreneurship, and second comes research. Because both of them build an innovative mindset and analytical mindset. And analytical research, how you keep researching, how you keep analyzing, how you keep removing the null and void and things which are not really needed, and how you keep implementing the good things. And entrepreneurship, because it just teaches you to think out of the box. Forget it. When I do entrepreneurship, I tell them, don't even think out of the box, change the box. I tell them, change the box. You have to be doing something which nobody has thought of. Nobody. And you will not stand out like a sore thumb. You will stand out exceptionally different. And you will be the one that's noticed in that clutter. Look at the competition. Today, even for the HR seats, you can ask your teachers, you can ask your vice principal, you can ask Pooja ma'am, for those 60 seats of BMS or BAF or whatever, they must have got 6,000 applications, and the companies are the same thing. For one vacancy, they get 500 applications. And if all of them have got A grades, all of them are members of some society, some leadership, something. And when they see that, which has happened in Jai Hind all the time in placements, when they see that, they said, man, it's so difficult to choose. So then they have a very innovative way of questioning, and they have a very innovative way, and all that tests your entrepreneurial mindset. And when they choose, they'll select people who have done something in entrepreneurship, something in research, and they'll pick out that, and the others from that, they'll from those 300 sitting for placement, 500, they'll pick up, about 100 who have these abilities, and then they will question them deeply, 4 rounds of questioning, and then they will select 10, 20, 10, 15 from them, or even less. And all those who select definitely has done some great project work, some great thing in either entrepreneurship or research. Something along with their internships. So you'll get an internship, good internship, if you have a creative or innovative mindset. Only then you'll get, because even the internships now in NEP, it's been made compulsory. So everybody is going to go for internships, not the 30 used to go earlier. All 300 are going to go for internships. And again, who's going to get selected? Probably you'll get selected not in the company that you want, not in the role profile that you want. And that you'll get selected only if you have an innovative mindset. So I hope you've understood that entrepreneurship is about building an innovative mindset, a mindset of seeking opportunities, and a very different attitude of saying that I'm going to adapt. I am going to have those adaptive skills. Also, a very, very important thing that entrepreneurship builds in you is the ability to take on challenges, is the ability to accept failure, because they feel that failure is the only way you can learn. And you learn strongly from failure. I tell my mentees, fail fast, Baba. Fail fast and rise fast, and fail often. Because the more you fail, the more you're going to rise powerfully and successfully. So it teaches you the ability of resilience. That skill is not built by anybody but entrepreneurship. Of failure, adapting your failure, embracing your failure. So when I start my entrepreneurship, I don't talk about stories of success. Everybody knows about stories of success. Enough of it we've read about in our WhatsApps, pass-ons and forwards and here and there in magazines. I talk about stories of failure. And how people have failed, and how many times people have failed, and look where they are today. Super duper success. Super duper success. So people have reflected their success story, but I have not told them that they have failed 1,000 times before that. The biggest success stories you've heard of Mark Zuckerberg. The biggest success stories you've heard of KFC, Colonel Sanders, who had gone to 1,001 companies for his recipe. Everybody poo-pooed on him and said, what nonsense. And he said, I have to now start my own. And the rest is history. Mark Zuckerberg, nobody wanted to touch him. And they said, WhatsApp, this, what is this? Facebook, what is it? What is it? This will never work. And then he had to drop out from school. From 9th grade, he dropped out, took his garage, worked on it, and rest is history today. Yeah. So people talk about success, but they don't talk about the failures that have made them a success. And it was only because they had this mindset of resilience, this mindset of embracing failure, learning a lot from their failure. And entrepreneurship teaches you that resilience, builds that ability to face risk. As somebody had said, it's a risk-taking ability. So the ability of resilience, the ability of perseverance, the ability of rising every time you fall, the ability of taking on failure with a smile and with that, with that thing in your heart that no matter what, I've learned so much, so I'll start again. You fold everything and you say, I start again with the failure behind me, with the things I've learned behind me, I'll start again. And this is all what entrepreneurship teaches you. It's a skill. And as far as creativity is concerned, let me tell you that all of us are born with creativity. You can't say that, a lot of people say, I will not be an entrepreneur. I will not do this because I know I don't have creativity. How much of misconception that you're living with. What you actually don't have is the ability to ride over the barriers of creativity. Creativity you surely have. We all are born with creativity. The application of creativity is what entrepreneurship teaches you. To get through the barriers of creativity and to rise through that, and to how to apply creativity and convert that into a skill is the process of entrepreneurship. And if you don't want to start a business tomorrow, great, don't start. No compulsion. But please see that you get the best employee tag. Please see that you rise quickly in your organization. And you can do that only if you have the entrepreneurial mindset. If you can think of everything creatively and innovatively. And the qualities that is required. When you think of an entrepreneur, you always think of somebody with smart business, a suit, and the ability to talk confidently. Let me tell you that in reality, the people who are entrepreneurs are only entrepreneurs only because they have this mindset. not because of the business suits they wear, or because of the way they deal in meetings, or because of the way they confidently speak. Oh no, oh no. They are the ones who have that mindset of innovation, creativity, problem spotting, problem solving, opportunity spotting, exploiting that opportunity, adapting to change, adapting to any environment, bringing about that change, nurturing that change. All this is the mindset that they have. The resilience, the perseverance, the focus, the determination, the ability to fail and to rise from the failure. This is the attitude that they build up. So this is what entrepreneurship is about. And this is how it will help you. So I want to give you an example of in 2018, in Giant Placement Cell, one company came to us who is a very big company. Again, I don't name because of certain protocols and certain confidential issues. It's a very, very prestigious company and works with in collaborations an international company. And for the first time, they wanted to try out campus placements. They were always taking experienced people, and unexperienced, they were going to IIMs and IITs. So the first time they wanted to come to placements, and they did some research, and they found that they would like to start with Jain College. They came to us in January when KPMG, EY, Deloitte, PwC, top Taj, Oberoi's, top hospitality companies, everyone had come and gone because we start placements as early as September. And obviously they don't have the grades because they are TY students and they don't have their grades with them because September has just started. But they look at everything else. Now this company came to us in Jan when all the cream of the crowd had got selected in all these companies and placed, and they said, we want to set. So I said, fine, we go ahead. And the company was offering a higher package, much higher package than all these KP, EY, etc. And because of the international exposure, there were a lot of students who were interested and wanted to give it a shot. You know, they began with the interviews. The selection procedure began at 10 in the morning and got over at past 11 p.m. in the night. And that day was the Achievers Night, the annual event we have in Jain, and I was very much on the campus till late evening, till 10 o'clock I was on the campus. And they had their interviews. They went through 7 rounds of interviews. And in the last round, when they had 5 students, they gave them a business idea and they said, make a business plan out of this. And they gave them 1 hour to work on it. That was the last round. 5 students in the last round. I think about 200 plus students had sat in the beginning. And they said 5 people will, sat. So they gave them a product and they said, make a business plan out of it. At the end, they selected 3. And when they called me up at 11 and they said, ma'am, we've selected these 3. And they gave me the names and I was really surprised. And I told them, I said, you know what you have done? The 3 you have selected, 2 are startups and they have very successful startups. And I said, the danger is that they will not stick on to you for a long time. And one person who they selected was a student president of the entrepreneurship cell. So they selected all 3 with entrepreneurial backdrop. And when I told them, I said, you know, you have selected the 2 who have successful startups because I know them, I was mentoring them. I said, they will not stick on to you for a long time. I want to be transparent on that. So they said, ma'am, we know it. We know it. But even if they are here for 6 months, they are going to bring so much value on our table that we are willing to do that. This is how entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial mindset is appreciated and recognized in the world. And what happened? The president of Entrepreneurship Cell, she left in 3 months because she got a managerial position in Deloitte. Till today, after so many years, 2018, she's still in that position in Deloitte. She got into Deloitte because she was 3 months in this company. She cold called and she went. One startup was there for 7 months or so. One was there for a little over 1 year. They left. They said, ma'am, we've learned so much that now we are scaling up our business with this learning that we've got. And that company actually wrote them a very good recommendation and counseled them that how you can go ahead with your company. Imagine. The culture of the company is so strong. And even Ernst & Young, you know, a lot of people leave midway and they want to go abroad for study. It's Ernst & Young who writes them a recommendation because the culture is so strong that whatever they have worked with them for 3-6 months, because of their entrepreneurship exposure, they have learned so much. And these were all my entrepreneurship leaders, e-leaders in my e-cell committee, that they have got admission in these institutes. And E&Y writes them a recommendation saying how much value they contributed to the company in those few months that they were there. This is what entrepreneurship does to you, changes you completely, guys, changes your personality completely. I would really want all of you to think of entrepreneurship as very serious, very, very seriously, not about starting your business right now. Maybe if you have startups, definitely, but learning something more about entrepreneurship. I did an entrepreneurship course with students of HR last year, a 30-hour entrepreneurship program. The feedback was tremendous. They spoke to your management trustees, they spoke to Pooja ma'am, and they said, we want more, we want advanced training. I did this course and hopefully I will do it with you all. I will definitely offer it to you all. Principal is going to offer it to you all when the timeline has not been framed yet. But keep your mind open and keep your mind open to learning more about the skill set, and keep your mind open to enrolling for the course as it is announced to you all whenever it is announced to you all. So I was given 45 minutes and we are nearing the last 5 minutes. If you have any questions. So so the topic today was relevance of entrepreneurship. So as I said, it's very relevant to you to not only build an entrepreneurial mindset, but also to build that entrepreneurship attitude also. How did you start your entrepreneurship journey? Why did you choose this journey? Okay, very good question. I started my entrepreneurship journey when the Asia's largest entrepreneurship network called NEN, National Entrepreneurship Network, they came to Jai Hind College in 2007. And they spoke to my principal, Dr. Kirti Narayan ma'am, who is my role model and who is very inspirational in me being what I am today. So Dr. Kirti Narayan ma'am was a principal of Jai Hind College at that time, and I was an associate professor in the commerce section, and I retired as a HOD of commerce. So they went to her and they said, we want to start entrepreneurships, you know, in the campus. And I had started a commerce association that time, and I was doing a lot of innovative activities in commerce association. And when they came and start, ma'am thought about me. She said, if anybody can do it, Hasina can do it. And she called for me, and I was that time in the in our auditorium having a commerce association event. So when she called me, I said, sorry, ma'am, I can't. She said, some people have come. I said, I can't come down because I'm in this activity. And what we were doing was having mock interviews, and I had a panel of people, and I had my commerce associate, and the entire commerce had enrolled for it. So we had 500 members who were understanding this. I said, ma'am, I can't come because I'm doing this activity. So she said, what do you do? I said, I still have Vana. Why don't you send them up and let them sit up? And whenever I get time in between, I will talk to them. So they came up, and when they saw that activity, after that activity, they said, ma'am, this is something so innovative you are doing, and this exactly you're the right person we are looking out for. And we are giving scholarships of Stanford University and IIM Bangalore to get trained in entrepreneurship. And we are offering it to you right away. And I said, but there's one thing that, and the scholarship was of a lot of money. And I was very excited about being at IIM and learning through Stanford, but my hands were too full. So one thing they said was that you will have to start this whole entrepreneurship activity in the campus. Now, I was doing a lot of things in Jai Hind College, which every teacher today is doing, in this committee, that committee. everything I was doing. And I said, my hands are already full. And I had so many events of Commerce Association. I said, I don't want to start something new. So I was in two minds. So when I went and told Kirti ma'am that, ma'am, I said, I don't want to take this up because although this is very tempting to get a scholarship and all, I don't want to take it up because my hands are full. You know, she said, there is a orientation course and you just attend that 1 day course. And then after that, if you don't want to do it, I'll respect that and you don't do it. Fine. I won't force you, but just go for that 1 day course. And I went for that 1 day course, which happened soon in the next 15 days. And when I came back, I immediately went to ma'am and said, ma'am, when are we starting? When are we starting the ECEL? And then we started so then I had the training. We started the ECEL. We did some activities. I had the training at IIM Bangalore. At that time, when I went for the training, I was registered for my PhD. I did my PhD at the age of 50. Because for me, learning is a kind of it gives me an adrenaline rush. You know, it's like taking drugs, learning something new. So I enrolled for PhD in leadership management because I'm a management teacher. So I enrolled for learning in leadership. And when I went to IIM, for me, entrepreneurship was only a dictionary word. When I understood what entrepreneurship is, I let go of my 1 year of research leadership. I let go of my guide, and I enrolled for PhD in entrepreneurship. And I took that 1 year went, but of course, nothing is a waste. I learned so much. I found a new guide, and I went on for a PhD in entrepreneurship and no going back. I got trained as an educator. I got trained as a mentor from London Business School. And right now I have trained 2 months. I have trained IIT Bombay and IIT Jammu. And yesterday night, I came back from Dharampur, where I worked with the government of South Gujarat in developing that whole area of entrepreneurship. And the rest is history. My journey, my passion in entrepreneurship I get excited every time I face an audience who wants to learn something about entrepreneurship. And I'm just growing and I'm still learning. I'm still learning so much from the youth, so much from you guys, because you guys are full of innovative and creative ideas. You're so much, and just to structure your ideas, I'm there for you. I don't teach you anything. I just teach you a structure. I just teach you how to go about to the end, to facilitate you to go about to the end. I'm learning from you. Innovation, I'm learning from you, which you don't even know you have. Which you just don't know you have. I just bring it out in you. So that is my journey. And my journey has just begun after 15 years, 16 years. I'm still at the onset of my journey. I have so much to learn, so much to conquer, so much to give back to the society. And I'm just very happy doing that. I hope I've answered your question. I think we don't have much time, but if I'm given the go signal and if I can take a few more questions, that depends upon the coordinators of this course and this hour.
Yes, ma'am, we can take up a few more questions if
okay.
Have some. Yeah.
So how do you create an entrepreneurship mind? First of all, you create a mind by wanting to create that mindset. Wanting to get out of your comfort zone of learning from the textbooks. They're so comfortable. You learn from the textbooks, you know what is important, and you just vomit it out in your exam paper without even understanding the context of it. So the idea is to learn something new. To build that innovative mindset, you have to have the passion to do that. You have to understand the need for do that, because that's the only thing that will take you ahead. And you have to give it time. You can't say that I have my classes. What is classes going to teach you? The same problem. What they're teaching 25 years ago, they're going to teach you the same problem. Only the names are going to change. The classes will not wait for you to give an answer. The classes will just tell you that the answer to this solution, this problem is this. If you're taking classes in the theory subject, they will give you some notes and say, learn this, this is very important. And they will explain you the same thing can be explained so much better by your college teacher whom you don't want to attend. And classes you've paid a lot of money and you attend there. So the ability to understand that in entrepreneurship, you got to tough it out. You got to learn yourself by your experiential method. So in the courses that I do, in the training that I give, just wait for your questions, guys. I'm not reading them because my mind is rolling on something else. So when I am just broke my chain of thought. Okay, so when I am in the course, when I'm teaching, I just explain the concept and I give you the problem. And I said, do it now. Just do it. And you struggle, and you do it. And then I tell you that this is right. You could have done this. You could have thought of this. This is correct structure. So when you are willing to learn by tapping your own mind, that is building an entrepreneurial mindset, not by somebody giving you a ready-made answer, your textbooks or your classes. Or so you have to give time, you have to give the ability, you have to be patient, you have to be learning to learn the unconventional method, the new method, the new methodology, where
I guess we've lost ma'am's connection. Neha, are you facing the same problem?
Yes, I think it's her connections.
Yeah, maybe she'll rejoin. Guys, till then, if y'all have any questions, y'all can put them in the chat box.
okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I told you I'll come back in a minute because this okay, so I hope I've answered that question of how you build an entrepreneurial mindset. What is the other questions that you had? Can somebody just tell me? I have lost the questions because I went offline. Huh? Can
Yes,
somebody
ma'am.
put back the yeah, oh God. Yeah, can somebody put back the question, please?
There's another question here. How to face the challenges in the entrepreneurship world?
By building that right mindset and the right attitude. Yeah, that's and I can't again tell you what's the mindset, what's the attitude. And again, when you get into a lot of entrepreneurial activities and do a lot of things, you automatically learn how to face the challenges. But you also have to have certain qualities of resilience, facing, adapting to change, coming up from your failure, focus, determination, the determination to excel. All this will help you to face the challenges, and you should not get defeated by any obstruction or obstacle that comes your way. You shouldn't get defeated by that. Okay, next question. Next question, please read it out. What are the basic mistakes that an entrepreneur does while starting a new business? The basic mistakes are not understanding the need. So the first mistake is not understanding that there is a need. They just make a product and try to sell it. They have to make what might sell, not make and then sell it. Okay, so that's the first mistake, that they don't understand that there is a need for the product. The second thing is that they don't really work on building a good business model. So how to structure a business model, how to really understand all the things that build up a business. These are the common mistakes that they make, and a lot more, but the main thing is not understanding the market need. Once they understand the market need, once they have a good business model, once they start a business, some people think, and very wrongly, that we fail because we don't get funds. Honestly, no. If you make the right product, and if you have the right customers, if you find the right customers, funding will come automatically. It's very easy to get funds today, very easy. only if you have the right product. Okay. What should be my first step if I want to be an entrepreneur? There is nothing like, you have to really understand the basics of building an entrepreneurial mindset and understanding the basics of entrepreneurship structure, business structure. What's the best way to add entrepreneurial CV without starting up a business? Doing something innovative and creative. So you can join the course first and foremost, and that course is 30 hours of building an entrepreneurial mindset and giving you a structure to a business. So once they know that you have already built and you have done all these innovative things, plus if you take up, plus if you do some innovative projects in your college, some innovative things that you have volunteered for, and you do that, and some research projects, and think completely out of the box and handle situations or something out of the box, that again is a way to add something on your CV. Ma'am, do you think communication skills or social intelligence of a person is more important than having the most important thing is emotional intelligence, the EQ of a person to work up in life. Social intelligence and CV and all comes later on. Emotional IQ and listening skills, very important, more than speaking skills. Why is entrepreneurship so important in today's world? Well, that was the way I started my lecture. I think we were a little late. Okay. So I think most of the questions have been answered, and I would like to take your leave, and we will be in touch. And HR keeps calling me, and if you're interested, and if you really have a startup, already working on a startup, really have it, not just an idea, because to work on an idea takes a lot of time, for which you can join the course, the TIAS course, where you're taught how to work on an idea and take it up into a thing. But if you already started up, and if you have your customers and you really want to know more and scale up, probably we can find your entrepreneurship cell. You do have a very good entrepreneurship cell. Maybe you can approach them, and you can form a community group, and I can come and address you all whenever you all wish to, and I can take you all in the entrepreneurship cell. Okay, so thank you so much, and look forward to meeting you guys again. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your profound views on entrepreneurship as a state of mind, your views on entrepreneurship as a creative and innovative process, one with resilience and bravery, was all very enlightening. We thank you for your time and efforts in sharing your valuable thoughts and answering all our questions.
Thank you so much. Always been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. So as we step upon this enthralling journey together, I urge you all to seize every opportunity, to learn every chance you get, and to make most of these times in your life. We are so thrilled to have you here today, and are sure that you will always make your loved ones proud.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you continue to contribute to this community's legacy and become virtuous leaders of an upstanding tomorrow. Once again, thank you, Dr. Syed, for your time, and thank you everyone for joining in.